Thanks to the supporters of channel member Dara. Boys and girls, in about 15 minutes time, we could be top of our Champions League group, top of the Premier League, and ready to send our boys off to the World Cup without blessing. Or it could have all gone a little bit wrong. Hello and welcome to part 13 of Rebuilding Arsenal. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our final Champions League group game against Zenit. And we also face Manchester United in a Premier League top-of-the-table clash. These are the final two games before the World Cup. It has been a hectic first couple of months of the season. It's only the 1st of November. We have played a lot of football. 15 Premier League games played, 5 Champions League games played, and this is how things are looking. We are third in the Premier League, 2 points behind Manchester United, who we play in the second half of the episode. And in the Champions League, we have qualified. Juventus haven't. Poor old Zebra, only 5 points on the board after 5 games. Zenit are top of the group. We play them first, knowing that if we beat them, that should lead to us becoming top of the group. As you can see, we are in good form. Lautaro Martinez is in good form, which is very handy. So fingers crossed, we'll do this and not what we did against Sheffield United. We don't need that kind of form. We need wins. So this is the team we're sending out there for the game against Zenit. It is a very, very strong side. Basically missing only Jude Bellingham from what you consider a starting 11 for us. Thomas Partey on the transfer list. Why did I do that? I think we need the... are we failing FFP? Kev, what's you thinking? Why is Thomas Partey on the transfer list? Is he out of contract? Nope. No idea why I've put him on the transfer list, but obviously I had a good reason to. Maybe just because we've got lots of good central midfielders now? I don't know. Onana in goal, a back four of Tierney, Ginter, Skriniar and Tomiyasu. Llorente and Partey in midfield. Gnabry, Odegaard and Saka behind Martinez up front. Recording this on Monday morning after Aaron Ramsdale's performance at the weekend in real life as well, it does pain me to have Onana in goal, but he had kind of forced his way into the team towards the back end of last week. So I feel like I have to keep faith with him in game now and not necessarily base my football manager decisions on what's been going on in real life. But if I'd have known then what I know now, I wouldn't have been replacing Aaron Ramsdale. Quite good, isn't he? Really quite good. Right, so Tomiyasu with the throw, gives it to Llorente, and my goodness me, what a goal from Saka. That is absolutely stupendous. There was a little bit of worry at the start of this season with Gnabry returning to the club that Saka might be struggling for game time this year, but absolutely not the case, and he has just scored an absolutely stunning goal to put us 1-0 up over Zenit, and we've made it 2 almost immediately. Odegaard with the in-swinger, Ginter's there with the header. It's 2-0 on 11 minutes. If we're not top of the group now, I don't understand how Champions League groups work, but this is an excellent piece of football as well. The near post in-swinger, it's a thing of beauty, and we have started this game very, very brightly. Partey with I think that was supposed to be a deep cross aiming for Lautaro Martinez. It nearly ended up into the back of the net all by itself, but alas, was not to be. Partey again, he's looking bright, almost as if he wants to come off the transfer list. He's had another effort, and I think that one has just touched the top of the crossbar as it's gone through. And there's your confirmation that as things stand, we are top of the group. Top of the group, of course, giving us an advantage when it comes to the draw for the next round. It's a far post corner this time, and once again we're hitting the woodwork. Still only 15 minutes on the clock. We look like we are in the mood to score some goals today already. I mean, look at those match stats comparing us to Zenit so far. As long as we don't take our foot off the pedal, this is going to end up very, very, very nice. But we do need to keep a little bit in the tank for Manchester United at the weekend because, like I said before, games coming thick and fast. We've certainly been utilising our excellent squad depth over the course of the first part of this season, and fingers crossed. I mean, if we can be top of the Premier League and top of the Champions League heading into that World Cup, that's a wonderful thing. Tomiyasu with the cross, looking for Martinez. Have they given a penalty here? I'm not entirely sure what this penalty is being given for. The ref has got his finger in his ear. He's talking to the VAR. We have been given a penalty. I have no idea what the penalty was for, but we'll take it. Martinez with the chance to add his gazillionth goal of the season already from the penalty spot. There's a bit of a delay here. Is the referee second-guessing himself? Doesn't matter because Lautaro Martinez is in excellent goal-scoring form. His 16th goal of the season already. And this is a man who missed 4 or 5 games with injury early on as well. So that's pretty much 16 goals at, I dare say, pretty close to a goal a game in all competitions. So Lautaro Martinez delivering the kind of goal return this year that we expected last year and weren't getting, but clearly he just needed a year to bed himself in. You sometimes get that with the foreign import players who, if they don't speak English, they struggle a little bit until they're fully settled in and can speak English. And we've now got a lot of these early players who came in those first couple of transfer windows last season. A lot of them are now becoming fluent in English and becoming even better as a result of it. Skriniar makes it 4-0. Another set piece. This time a free kick. We're not just about corners. We can do free kicks as well. But 4-0 at half time. Zenit were probably feeling pretty comfortable and pretty happy that they'd done well in Europe this year. And to be fair, they have. Juventus not qualifying from this group shows just how well Zenit have done. But I think we've demonstrated to them today who the best team in this group is. And it's Arsenal. Look at that XG. And we're at it again. We are coming for them once again. We probably do have to drop back to a less intense system shortly, just as a way of keeping energy levels up for Manchester United at the weekend. I don't do this very often, but this game is absolutely already won. Belotti can come on for Martinez. Smith Rowe can come on for Odegaard. And we don't have another midfielder to come on, which is not ideal because I wanted to swap someone in midfield as well. But what we are going to do is drop to our... I don't know why I've got that as my second system. Okay. I thought we had a 4-3-3 counter-attacking thing that we could drop to in this kind of circumstance. Like I say, we do it so infrequently, it's not even being trained, but we can kind of do that. And then for the final change, these are all just wingers or defenders. Who else needs to come off? I guess Gnabry can come off and Diaz can come on that side. And we'll just see the game out. 20 minutes of low intensity, not stretching ourselves too much before Manchester United at the weekend, trying to keep our energy levels up and just sitting on this 4-0 win that we've, like I say, absolutely ripped them apart. That is a weird missed header there from Ginter, I think. And we are letting Zenit back. And this is why I don't ever sit back. People ask why I don't ever sit back, go a little bit more defensive, change the system up a little bit when we're well ahead in a game. This is why, because it just immediately invites the opposition back into the game. Zenit have not had a sniff throughout the entire match. I know the goal's been disallowed, but Zenit had not had a shot on target in the match up until that point because we just weren't letting them have one. But we've let them back in and they could have got a goal there. I mean, they're not going to get back into the game, but I'm always much more comfortable just making it 6-0 rather than risking it being 4-1. But importantly, it has remained 4-0. We have finished top of our group. Hopefully, we get the benefit of a nice draw for the first knockout round as a result of that. And now, all eyes, all focus is on Manchester United in the final game before the World Cup. In the interest of freshening things up again, we've made a few changes for the Manchester United game. Zagadou coming back in at the back. We're going for a midfield two of Kessie and Odegaard, this time with Smith Rowe coming back into the team as the attacking midfielder and Diaz coming back in on the left, Gnabry moving over onto the right-hand side. It's lovely to be able to rotate the team like this, make 4 changes, and the team genuinely not be weaker. It's a wonderful thing. I don't know that I've been in this position with a squad in FM for a long, long time. This is a very good Arsenal squad that we've put together, and hopefully we can demonstrate that now with a win over Manchester United. Smith Rowe has picked up an injury almost immediately upon the start of the match there. We're going to keep an eye on him. We'll leave him on for now. We've got plenty of options on the bench. Llorente could come on in midfield, or De Ketelaere could come on as a direct swap for him. Either of them would be fine, but we'll leave Smith Rowe on for now. And Odegaard just picked up where we all left off in the Champions League game. Lovely goal from Odegaard, playing a little bit deeper today. Mainly, we keep him in the team even when Smith Rowe starts because his set piece delivery is so great. But he's just reminding us that he's not just all about the set pieces. He can burst forward and stick the ball in the top corner like that as well and put us 1-0 up. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Corner now for Manchester United. Talking of set pieces, Varane is a bit of a threat from those at the other end, but his header can't be kept down below the crossbar. And looking at the league table as it stands right now, we are top of the league. I don't know if Liverpool are playing as well right now. We were the other team we'd need to leapfrog, but we would love to be going into this big international break for the World Cup, top of the Premier League. That is a weird attempt at a cross from Gnabry. And Diaz not able to really do anything with it. It was massively overhit. And now United are trying to attack down this right-hand side where we've committed men forward. And that's not Tierney. That's Odegaard who's made it all the way back. Fantastic covering work from Odegaard. He's just a complete midfielder. Gnabry now looking to get a counter-attack going. He's got Tomiyasu on the overlap. We know how dangerous his crossing can be from this right-hand side. He doesn't manage to get the cross away this time. Smith Rowe just about makes something of it. And now Kessie playing it forward to Diaz, who flicks it on beautifully for Martinez. Potential question of offside here for Martinez. I think the referee is having a look at it, and I'd quite like to see the replay. I don't know. I feel like he was onside. Beautiful. I mean, it was lovely football. Proper good old-fashioned English football there. Big ball forward, nodded down, and the other guy just knocks it past the keeper. And we don't even need to get one of the tight offside questionable decision replays. It was obviously that clear cut. But it makes it 2-0 to Arsenal. And now we've got a corner and it's Smith Rowe with the in-swinger. And that looks like it's a penalty. I think it is a penalty. Zagadou has been fouled there. And the referee's going over to have a look at it on the little telly. But, I mean, Zagadou, you could see it in the highlight. Zagadou looked like he'd been pushed. And I think we have been given a penalty here. If the ref doesn't give one, then serious questions are going to be asked. You can be sure of that. It is a penalty just before half-time, and we've got the opportunity to go 3-0 up over what has been a pretty dominant Manchester United side over the last year and a half of this save. And Kessie, with a beautiful penalty, puts us 3-0 up. His second goal of the season. It is Arsenal 3, Manchester United 0. We didn't necessarily expect things to go quite this well in this episode, but they are, and I'm delighted about it. It looks like Liverpool play later in the day, I think, with the lunchtime kickoff. So at least at the end of the episode, if things stay as they are, we'll be able to say we're top of the Premier League. Liverpool might have something to say about it and might ruin it before the break for the World Cup, but we're going to ignore all that and we're just going to go with we're top of the league. Diaz does brilliantly to just skip past Wan-Bissaka and now cuts it back to Martinez. And he holds it up nicely, gives it to Kessie, who shoots from the edge of the area and can't keep the shot low enough to get past De Gea in the Manchester United goal. And interesting that there's no sign of Ronaldo in this United team. I wonder if he's retired. He's not going to have retired, is he? It's only his second season in the save. I guess he's probably injured. It would be weird for them not to play him in a game of this level of importance if he was available for it. So I guess he's injured. Smith Rowe, what a pass for Martinez. And it's 4-0. And this feels like a changing of the guards match right now. We are absolutely destroying the team that has been the best team in England for the whole of this save, the last year and a half or so. And we are making it very clear that we're now the best team in England. We are looking good right now, folks. I'm just on the hunt for Ronaldo, who is not even on the bench for United. So, like I say, assuming he's injured, it's fine by me. Would things have been different with him in the team? Maybe, but looking at those match stats, I don't think things would have been hugely different. Smith Rowe can now come off. We're going to put Odegaard further forward and just bring Llorente on in midfield. And then we are going to take off Gnabry and get Saka on. And for the last change, Diaz can come off and the Ketelaere can go on that left-hand side of the attacking midfield 3. He can basically play anywhere across those 3. He's best in the middle, but can play in any of those roles. And he's actually getting a lot more football than I anticipated getting him when we brought him in as a third choice attacking midfielder behind Odegaard and Smith Rowe. I think he's benefiting from the fact that he can play in multiple roles. Odegaard can play in multiple roles. And he's getting game time as a result of it, but he is looking like a good signing as well. United have just grabbed themselves a goal back here. We haven't made the mistake we made against Zenit of dropping back and inviting them back into the game, but we have just made a bunch of substitutions, and hopefully that in itself doesn't invite them into the game. Zagadou just going on a little wonder right at the start of the restart after the goal. Saka playing it back to Tomiyasu, and now Llorente to Kessie, playing into the Ketelaere, and Lautaro Martinez trying to get the ball past the keeper, but couldn't quite get enough welly onto the shot, and it's going to be Odegaard, and I think it's short corner o'clock. And Tomiyasu plays it back to Odegaard, and I think, yet again, it's the short corner immediately leading to us being offside. At least it balances out the overpowered corners, because every time we try that one, we're just offside immediately. It's brilliant. Zagadou to Skriniar. And now Llorente, Tomiyasu, look at this. Just United can't get near us. Saka just off on a little run. We saw his brilliant goal earlier in the episode, and now he's trying to turn creator, playing it back to Odegaard, who just about kept hold of it. Llorente to Skriniar, and now Tierney. We're going to get to the point where all of our players have touched the ball since a Manchester United player last did. Cross from Tierney, and I don't even know who that was with the header. The Ketelaere, maybe? It was some very good football from us again, though. And United just couldn't get near us. And even though they got their little consolation goal with 20 minutes or so to go, we have shut them out since then, and it's finished. Arsenal 4, Manchester United 1. And as of right now, we are top of the Premier League. And fingers crossed, that's where we stay. We need Liverpool to drop points in their match so that we can just be top of the Premier League for like the next 6 weeks while the World Cup is going on. On the topic of the World Cup, I think my plan for the World Cup is to do a standalone episode on it, because I've not seen anyone else do a World Cup video yet. It's an interesting thing to do a video on. So I think we'll probably do a World Cup video where we kind of track along the whole tournament and just show you what goes on there. And then we'll be back in the series as normal in the episode after that one. I'm not sure whether we'll get both of those out tomorrow or they'll be spread over 2 days or how it'll work. But yeah, if you don't get an Arsenal video tomorrow, there's a World Cup one instead. That's why. And Arsenal will be back in the next episode. But I'll try and get them both out tomorrow. We shall see if we manage to get them both done for then. If you have enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.